Hi there, this is GK once again, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we're going to talk about why people want to get into business. Definitely, single point agenda to make money in the pursuit of searching for gold mine. Yes, you want to make money. And of course, there are other added intentions to do business. Well, those are all secondary. Primary, if you're an organization for making profits, making money is your one line, simple, one point agenda. Now, in the pursuit of searching for gold mine, more often you end up stamping on landmines. Yes, you heard it right, landmines. And they are pretty common, pretty frequent. As you walk along, you may have tons of experience, yet you are bound to stamp on some landmine here and there. Sometimes it is small, sometimes it is medium, sometimes it's huge. Small one is like paduk. Medium is boom. The big one, huge, boom. Nevertheless, I wouldn't wish any of you all to get into the landmine situation. But here's the thing. Are you scared of getting into a landmine situation? Don't be. That's pretty common. You must have heard this saying many times in your life, between winning and losing. There's a very fine divide, fine line, which you probably can't see it. If you can analyze that fine line, it's pretty good, and you can most of the time have yourself in the winning spot. The same difference is there between a landmine and a gold mine. One very fine difference, and it's a thing which you need to focus on, address how to actually handle that. I will give you a case study of one of my businesses I started in India. We had one spot. I was in billboard business. So I had a spot which I thought it was excellent spot, a place where I thought it would really give good visibility, good view, and everything. So they were when I actually took my fabricator to that spot and showed it to him, he kind of on my face, he just told me, "Sir, you picked the wrong spot." I asked him why. He said, on the right you have one big name in outdoor industry, and the number one, and on the left of the spot you have selected is another number two in the industry, and both their hoarding sites are vacant 8 to 9 months in a year. And it's true, I've been noticing that too. And I was right in the middle of those two, or somewhere by the side of those two. So then I told that guy, "You don't worry about it, I'm going to take care of it." Typically, those two boards earn about roughly around 1.2 lakhs per month revenue. A lakh is $125,000 rupees. It's equivalent to about maybe around those days $1,200 maybe. Yeah, maybe 12 or maybe $2,000. Yeah, $2,000 or something like that. So I went there and very adamant with my staff, and said, "No, go ahead, put that board right there." Now here's the thing: those two were facing the road, and when the hoarding was about to be mounted, I told my fabricator, asked me, "Sir, which way you want to face your board?" And I gave him the direction. There was a lake next to the road. These two boats were facing the road, so I told him, "Face my boat to the lake." So he gave me one blank look. Said, "Why the hell anybody wants to face a boat to the lake? Who the hell is going to look from the lakeside?" Then I kind of insisted, so they turned the whole board towards the lake and fixed it. It's done. It's mounted. The board facing to the lake, and the road is this side. So this guy kept on saying, "Sir, you got the wrong spot. You still have time to correct it. We can unmount it and face it to the road." I said, "Never mind. We face it to the lake." So he was very angry with me, and he told, "You're not listening to my advice. I'm an expert in installing and erecting unipoles, which is the high-end hoarding products." And then I told him, "You don't have to worry about it. That's my hoarding, my money. I will do. I want to face up the hoardings. You shouldn't have any problem." So he gave me a very fitting reply to that. He said, "It may be your hoarding, it may be your money. You're coming into the hoarding business for the first time, but it's my reputation at the stake. People will ask me, or ask, who's the guy who installed this hoarding or erected this hoarding? And my name pops up. I'm the leader in the industry, so I don't want my name to be spoiled." So I found that has got a lot of substance in what he said. So I said, "All right, I will take you down." And hoarding is all about visibility. It's got the visibility is typically 30 seconds, 40 seconds, or 1 minute, or 2 minutes at best. Beyond that, there's no visibility. So I asked him to jump into my car. I took him straight about 3 miles onto the road. Now, these two hoardings also were erected by him. So typically the hoarding should be facing like this. When you see it from there, you should see the full face of the hoarding. But when I took him onto the other side of the road where these hoardings are facing, so from far, you can't see the hoarding like this. You can't see the hoarding like this. You can only see the hoarding like this, what he has installed. That's why his board was not getting sold. But when we saw my board, it was full face. Mine was full face like that, and the hoardings he erected was like this. That's why there was nobody taking their hoarding, and that's why their hoarding was vacant 8 months in a year. They could sell it for a couple of months because of their clout or because of their leadership in the market. Now, I asked this question, which hoarding do you think has got the full visibility? He said, "Sir, your hoarding." Why? Because I was facing to the lake. Why? It's not that I took a shot in the dark, but I went down around this 280 degrees of the road where the hoarding is facing here. From here down here, I took a huge road about 3 miles circumference. From there, I drove down, shot a video. There was a lake there. I went to the lake, took a round there, and shot it. And then found that the best visibility is when you face to the lake, it actually shows to the road. When you face to the road, it actually shows to somewhere else. So that made a big difference. And guess what? That hoarding from the day one, I could get paid $16,000 per month. $16,000 per month versus $2,000 the industry veterans. This is a fact, true story, and it's my story. And then my board was never vacant for 8 long years. 8 long years. In the first 2 years, I recovered the money, and after that, I had to drop the price a little bit. I wasn't getting $16,000 all the way through, but I was getting $10,000, $12,000. So it was between 16,000 to 12. The lowest I dropped was 10,000 for about a few months, and then it went on to $12,000. That's the case study. Now here is the thing. I told you the fine divide between winning and losing. The fine divide here is I just tilted the board. They did everything right. The only thing they didn't do is they didn't do a proper recce of the site. They didn't do a proper research on the site which is the best visibility. They just followed the guy, said, oh, face to the road, it's good. So they face to the road. Visibility is bad. You can only see the board just when you come very close to the board and you're driving. So when you're driving, it's too fast to read any message on the hoarding. So that's the killer. That's the fine line between. All I did is just tilted the board a little bit. Now, here's the thing. If this makes any sense, like, if your car is guzzling away fuel, not giving the kind of mileage you intend to get, you don't take the engine and throw it out, or you don't take the car and throw it out. You go to the carburetor, fine tune the mileage jet or the whatever the fuel jet. If you fine tune it, then you'll start getting the mileage what you need, what's required. You'll get that mileage for sure, no doubt about it. Make sense? Thank you. I'll leave you with this thought and let you go over this, and I will probably share you some of those pictures in between. And thank you very much for listening to me. If you like the story, go ahead and press the like button, do subscribe, and share it with your friends.